Uh, what's the worst you've ever been physically hurt?
Um, Good question.
You want me to go while you think about it? Because I actually have mine.
Yeah, if you know
Okay.
yours.
So I've broken bones and things like that. Not too much as you'd expect for the dumb stuff I've done in my life, but the worst that I've physically been hurt. I used to be a stunt. You know this. A lot of people that listen to this know this, but some might. I used to be a stunt rider. Used to be a motorcycle stunt rider, slow circle wheelies, things like that. Loved it to death. I miss it literally every day. Uh, I got in an accident once. I went at the end of a street ride. We were getting ready to go home, and I was in Hayward, was the street ride, unfamiliar territory to me. And we were hopping on the freeway. It was, what is it, five
580.
580, yeah, which is something I just didn't drive that often, right? And it was during the end of the day, and we're coming up over this little hump in the freeway, uh, at dusk. So this, the sun's in my face, and I'm on a stunt bike. I don't have mirrors or anything like that, and I'm with a couple buddies. And as we're coming up over the top, I look behind me to see where my buddies are at, make sure I'm not too far ahead or anything. And they're instantly pointing ahead, right? And I instantly turn back, and as I was coming to the top, coming down, I was coming right into dead stop traffic. Like it was like open roads, and then boom, and I just didn't have enough time to react. I tried to cut lanes, and the cage on my bike clipped a car, and I went over the handlebars, and the bike flipped over and landed on top of me. And the first direct impact of me hitting, I was in tennis shoes, which is a dumb thing to do if you're a motorcyclist. I am aware of this. Anyone who rides motorcycles, instantly I dislocated my big left toe, which was like oddly painful, like extremely
Oh yeah.
painful. But worse so is the where the bike landed on me. I got lucky, but it landed on my right thigh, is where like the root of it landed, and it was sore, but I didn't like. I was so focused on I thought I like shattered my foot, right? So I get to the hospital. They pop my foot, my toe back in, and I'm like, dude, my freaking side is like it's starting to hit, and it's the worst pain ever. And they look at it and they're like, yeah, they take an X-ray, everything's fine. It's pretty puffy, and they're like, probably just a little bruise will show up or something. I go home. I wake up the next day, and I'm not kidding you, from probably the bottom of my ribs to my knee, that entire, and wrapped almost all the way around my leg, solid purple. I had I forget what it's called, but it's like an inner bruise. But the bike hit me so bad in the thigh, it ripped.
Like one of
Um,
your veins or something like
like
that, or
yeah, and it was
popped or
like
something.
it was like internal bleeding. It was just all like my entire right side of my body just filled with blood. Um, and it just stopped. It just eventually stopped, but it was so sensitive for weeks. I even went to a doctor. They drained a portion of it, but I still, on like under my right butt cheek, like where like your thigh is, I still have this little like it's small, it's not like gross or anything, but like I can only feel it if I squeeze it, but there's still like a little pocket there from where like the direct impact was, where it's just like they say like there's just like dried like blood or something in there, but it's like it's always gonna be there.
Yeah,
But I
dude,
just
that's crazy.
remember, like, I'll have to find the pictures and show you one day.
I think I
But
remember when that happened to you, dude.
dude, it was
Really
brutal. But
bad.
honestly, what's funny is it hurt and it was sensitive. But the thing that physically hurt the most was my big toe.
Yeah.
Like it hurt, dude. Like I seriously,
It ended Patrick Willis's career, a
yeah,
big toe. You
yeah,
know what I mean?
dude.
It
It like,
like,
and it wasn't like
apparently it's one of those
gross.
really, really like, you wouldn't think about it, but it's really
Yeah,
painful injury because they say, like, you can't do anything about a broken toe, but apparently it's like, even though you can't do anything, it's pretty fucking painful,
yeah.
you know?
So, but it was how dislocated too, which I'll explain real quick. Is so because my foot, like you rest right under like the arch of your toe on your clutch and your brake, and that's where it was. So when the impact hit, it was the main joint where your big toe connects to like your foot, right? That one, it
Yeah.
popped out and shoved back underneath my foot. So honestly, like if you put my feet together, my right, it was my right toe because it was everything on my right side. That's right. it looked literally an inch and a half shorter than my big toe on my left because it had popped out and shoved under my foot. So it was, and that thing, it looked like and I'm not exaggerating when I say this, for 2 weeks, it looked like I had a baseball inside my foot. It was that big. It was that swollen. It was brutal. But I mean, everything besides this little funky kind of pocket thingy I have, I mean, everything healed fine, but it was
Back to
pretty
normal,
painful.
huh?
Yeah.
Back to normal, stunting on that
That
bike still?
no, so that's the crazy thing, dude.
Oh,
That was the last time I rode my stunt bike. I still have the bike, but I had to recover. I had a new job I was starting. I never got back to putting it together. And then we found out we were pregnant with Nate and moving to Petaluma, and I never got around to getting back on the bike.
priorities, man.
Yeah,
Priorities shifted after that.
that was the last time I ever rode it. So it's been, which is actually horrifying to think of, that it has been 7 years now since
Gnarly.
I was a stunt rider.
Crazy, dude.
Yeah.